Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Journey Live, as I always say. We're so happy to have you back here with us for another episode. What episode number are we on now, Rich?
I think it's number 5.
Okay.
I think we're on number 5 now. Yeah.
All right. We'll go with that. We'll go with episode number 5. It's been such a great time. I've been having so much fun doing this. How about you, Rich?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Get to talk with different people and just get to see you since you're all the way in California. You ain't in Georgia no more.
I know.
So
this feels like when we used to do the every Friday night rehearsals when we would see each other, you know?
Exactly. So it's good seeing you all the time, every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And just to share some good information for our folks. So that makes me happy.
For sure. Mm-hmm. And if you are new here to the Journey Live, welcome. And we hope that you come back and tune in every second and fourth Wednesday or every other Wednesday, however you want to look at it. So this is a space where we have conversations with entrepreneurs, typically small business owners that are making an impact in their communities. We've talked to a photographer. We've talked to someone that in the coffee business, in the beauty space. It's so exciting to learn how business gets started and is sustained in all of these different fields. Yeah. So as I always say, whether you have an interest in creating your own business or you're just interested in the journey, maybe you don't know what you want to do. And that's why you're tuning in so that you can learn more. Well, whatever the reason that you're here, we're so happy to have you. And we hope that you stay tuned for our conversation with our guests for the night. So we've had someone in the beauty space before, and that's my favorite, my favorite industry, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I gotta keep it real. So I'm happy that we are coming right back to the space and speaking with a new business owner. We have tonight with us Wacera Kamawe, who is the CEO and founder of Kastone Natural Beauty. A little bit about her. So she graduated from the University of Alabama, Birmingham, with a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy with a minor in polysomnography. I hope I pronounced that right. It was while working in the hospital environment that Wacera developed her first product. Constantly washing her hands left them stripped and dry, and nothing seemed to work or to quench the dryness or to moisturize properly. And, this past year, a lot of us have been getting messages about hand washing. So we've been washing our hands constantly.
That's true.
I know a lot of us can relate to this.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, she tested different combinations, sharing samples with her coworkers who were experiencing the same challenges until she came up with a winning formula. She then registered her business in January 2019, so pretty recently. Mm-hmm. And she started selling her products online and in person. She finally took the leap of faith and quit her respiratory supervisor position to pursue full-time entrepreneurship just this past January in 2021. So after having sold her butters as a side hustle for years, she has now since managed to grow her line to include even more products. So please welcome Wacera Kamawe to the Journey Live.
Hey,
Hi, Wacera.
How you doing?
Nice to see you guys.
Nice to see you too.
You pronounce my name so well.
Thank you. I gotta practice.
You gotta practice for real.
So thanks so much for joining us. So tell us a little bit about yourself that we didn't hear about in your bio. Like where are you from and your inspirations, that type of thing. So let the people know a little bit more about you.
Okay. So I was born and raised in Nairobi, Kenya. And that's where I went to primary school and high school as well. And I came to America to go to college. I went to school in Birmingham, Alabama, and I graduated from University of Alabama, Birmingham, like you said. And so I started working as a respiratory therapist over in Birmingham for a year. And then I moved to Atlanta because my family was over here. My sister was here and my brother was here.
Oh, okay.
So I joined them in Atlanta and started working here in Atlanta. I got a job in a hospital in Atlanta, and I worked at that job for the last close to 13 years.
Wow.
Yes. And I just now finally quit my job to pursue full-time entrepreneurship in January of this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Congratulations on taking that leap.
Thank you.
Man, that's wonderful, because a lot of people have ideas. A lot of people want to jump into the entrepreneurship route, but they're just so scared. So my question to you is like, what made you decide? Like, what was like that light bulb moment that was like, you know what? Yes, I love doing what I do as a respiratory therapist, but I want to pursue this full time all the way, no looking back. So what decision, what spark pushed you towards that way?
It was more of a personal journey more than a career move. I had gotten to a point, well, 2020 was a year of reflection for everybody in the world, you know.
Sure.
You know, dealing with a global pandemic, everybody had a lot of time to really think and reflect and really just be more in tune with who they are and what they're doing in life. And for me, it was really a time to really think about like my life and where I'm going and if I'm happy. And I started asking myself a lot of questions. And one of the main questions was, am I really happy with what I do? Am I feeling fulfilled? Do I feel complete? Does it give me as much? Am I getting back as much as I'm putting into this? Because, you know, put in 40 hours plus in the, you know, at work, and you give it your best. And I'm like, still come back home and I was feeling very unfulfilled. Even though working in healthcare, you know, we were called heroes all of 2020. You know, everywhere you go, they were saluting us and celebrating us. But I didn't feel like how people saw me. I didn't feel like that. I didn't feel like a hero. I didn't feel like my job was fulfilling me anymore. And I had to really think, is it the job? Is it the hospital? Is it the city? And after all that thought process, what I came up with was that it was me, you know. I think I had gotten everything that God had for me already in that space. And the change had to come from me. I was not in alignment with my purpose or where I needed to be. And I felt like God was pushing me out to do more. And I know that I have a lot of gifts. And I felt like I don't want to leave anymore without challenging myself to really utilize all the gifts that God has given me, because being a respiratory therapist is just a part of me. It's not the whole picture. And I feel like I had exhausted that, and there's so many other things that I could pursue and still feel fulfilled and still feel like I'm contributing to society in a positive way. So it was really more of a personal journey more than a business kind of move or career kind of move, you know.
Wow, that's so insightful. It really sounded like, you know, you really tuned in to what was going on inside and just figured out like, you know, where am I not what talent am I not using? And speaking of like that talent that you know, decided to get into, I'm wondering, were there any moments in your past where you had a glimpse of this talent that you have? Because, you know, sometimes people say like when they finally pursue their dream, it's something that either they always wanted to do and put on the back burner because it wasn't practical, or you know, it's something that their family wasn't supportive of, so they put it in the back burner for that. So did you have this passion early on in life? You know,
I feel like I always was passionate about beauty. So growing up, my parents are all entrepreneurs, and my mom had a hair salon as I was growing up. She had a hair salon and a boutique. So I was exposed to beauty from a very young age. So after school, we would do our homework in my mom's salon, and I would watch the ladies do hair, do makeup, do all these things. And so I had like, I knew a lot of, even just in school, I was always the girl who knew how to do hair. I knew how to do kind of some beauty things.
Yeah.
But even more than that, I'm very into herbs and plants and natural medicine. So all the while growing up, I've always tried different natural remedies for things. So
Oh,
I
okay.
was always experimenting with like natural oils, herbs, butters. So that's something that's always been in me. And I feel like that was the genesis of my natural beauty journey, because like
Gotcha.
whenever I would always try and buy products, I have a lot of allergies. So I couldn't use a lot of
Okay.
stuff on the shelf. So I had to always like doctor my own, like my skin is dry. This stuff does
Uh-huh.
not moisturize me, but this other stuff makes me break out. It makes me, break out in hives. So I was
Oh,
always like having to make up my own solution. So I would make my own stuff, and my sister and my friends would always be like, "Oh, make me the thing, make me the face mask you made,
mm-hmm.
make me the cream you made." So I was always making something. I just was not consciously making the stuff or paying
Yeah.
attention. And sometimes you don't realize like it's actually a gift because it comes so easy for you. So
Right.
I just always made stuff in the house. Like I would make a serum, I would make a mask, I would make something, but I wasn't really intentional or about it or mindful about it until
Yeah.
recently.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yes.
Wow. It seems like it was like a full circle moment for you,
Yes,
now with your own
definitely.
business, like where you started is now where you've ended up. That's pretty interesting. I love it. I love
Mhm.
that. Oh, oh, Rich, it seems like you're on mute. There you
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about
go.
that.
Oh,
So when you the info in your bio, so January you decided, hey, that's it. I'm done with respiratory therapy. How has the business looked for you from January until now? Like, how have you grown? What's the expectation that you have on yourself now that you're pursuing this full time?
um I'll start with the expectation. The expectations are very high right now for myself because I have no excuses. Like
Hmm.
before, while I was doing my business, I always be like, oh, I have a full-time job. That's why I didn't do this. Oh, that's why I didn't do that. That's why I didn't do this. But now, this is the job.
hmm.
So I can't give myself any excuses for any shortcomings or not challenging myself to be the best that I can be or grow every single day.
Right.
And so since I quit my job, it's been a huge difference in my business because I feel like I'm more inspired. Because like
Hmm.
before I quit my
Oh,
job, I only had body butters. I was only selling body butters, even though I had different scents. I had 3 scents of body butters before, but since
Hmm.
I quit my job, I came up with a fourth scent. I came up with a foaming body scrub. I came up with
yeah.
an herbal infused oil, lip balm, lip scrub. So I feel like the creativity definitely came
Okay.
alive because my
That's
mind was not, I guess, scattered, and I feel like I
Yeah.
was more intentional and more purposeful about what I was doing.
Sure.
So I feel like it's definitely helped like my following grow, because I'm more engaged and more
right.
present. Before I would
Hmm.
be tired from being at work 13 hours. I have like
Hmm.
30 minutes to spare before I sleep. So I wasn't really fully plugged in, I would say.
Hmm.
And another thing is like I was working really long hours, especially in leadership. So a lot
Hmm.
of times I would have like opportunities like extended to me to be a vendor, or maybe somebody has a wedding or some event and they want a custom order for a large amount of products,
Yeah.
and I don't have the time or the energy to fulfill the order. So I was missing out on a lot of opportunities because
Right.
of my, not necessarily my
Hmm.
job, but because of time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So it definitely like has taken a huge turn like in the positive direction, because now I actually am able to do all the things I dream about, like all the things that I was saying I'll do one day. I
Hmm.
have now been able to start doing them.
That's
Yeah, that's good. That's
amazing.
that's a
Yeah.
good thing. Like all my young folks that's out there that's watching tonight, make sure y'all taking notes, man. We're giving you these are nuggets. Those are
Oh, for
nuggets he's dropping.
sure.
Make sure you take notes about that because there's a comment that says wow, purpose aligned with God's calling. So she took that calling and pushed herself, and now she's more creative, more ideas, more products came out of that leap of faith. So everybody
Hmm.
just take notes, man. If you're trying to
Yeah, for
start your business,
sure. And
sometimes you
I'm
just have to take that leap.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
curious, since you mentioned that you were able to tap into your creativity,
Mhm.
did you have any sources of inspiration that you could remember?
Um, my sources of inspiration are more personal than anything. Like my grandmother, I just lost
Mhm.
her in October, so that was
Oh, I'm
also a very
sorry.
pivotal
Okay.
moment for me because she's really like the number one, aside from my mom, like woman that I've looked up to all my life. And
Right.
Mhm.
she was a real alpha female, like go-getter, businesswoman. She lost her
Mhm.
husband at such a young age, and she raised like a huge family and of children and great grandchildren and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
so she's very such an inspirational woman, along with my mom, who is such a businesswoman for like most of my life. She does so many things and wears so many hats. And so she's also very into natural products and natural remedies and natural
Mhm.
things. And most importantly, my sister, who is my right hand person. She's my sister, my friend, my mentor, my everything. Like, she really supports me in everything that I do. And she's also a business person. She's the one I moved to America to live with. And
Yeah.
so I've always looked up to her because I had one sister growing up. So I really didn't have a choice, for
Yeah.
so like really,
I
like
feel you. I
she's
have
just
one sibling too.
amazing. Like she's just amazing. Like she's very talented. My family is a family of creatives. So I feel like I look up to each and every one of them
Mm-hmm.
differently. But
Yeah.
it's a funny thing. I never really thought of myself as a creative growing up because I was always the science brain, and like everybody else has like some kind of like
Yeah.
artistic title to their name, like
Yeah.
graphic designer, photographer,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I
some
get
kind
it.
of
I
name
get
that
it.
like sounds
Right.
like artsy. So I never
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
really thought of myself as artistic, but like they always empowered me and told me like, no, you're creative. Like, you like to dress up, you like girly
Mhm.
things, you like make,
Mhm.
you like all these things. And to me, I didn't feel like that was like art enough until I
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
really started applying myself on my business, and I realized like,
Mhm.
well, I guess I'm creative because like I know something that the next person might not know about, like
Yeah.
how you could heal your skin or how you could heal your body through herbs and
Mhm.
oils and different things. And so I definitely looked up to my family and my friends who are making moves out here to really inspire me to push myself to be the best me that I
Yeah.
can be. So I wouldn't say that my icons are people that are up there on TV. They're
Yeah.
in my,
You don't need them. Your
they're
whole
in my
No, you
life.
don't.
family.
You got your whole
You
crew.
have a
In my
whole
life.
family of strong women who
Yes,
embrace
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurship and creativity. That
yes,
makes a difference. That makes a huge
yes.
difference in the support that you need to, tap into your own creativity. That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
it.
So my next question for you, okay, now that you expanded into different products, because as a business owner, I'm sure you're always thinking about the future.
Mhm.
Um, what are your plans to scale your business, to upscale your business? Are you trying to be a mass producer, or are you trying to be in supermarkets or not supermarkets or at cosmetic stores? Like, are you planning to open up your own an Etsy page,
Mhm.
right? That hosts your business and your products.
Yes.
But what's your plans for the future, and how did you assemble your team so you can work together to continue to push forward?
So, that's a good question. Definitely, my plans are to scale up my business now that I'm fully have the capacity to just focus on that. I definitely want to grow my business. At this point, it's really just me and my sister. My
Okay.
sister
Mm-hmm.
is responsible for all my digital stuff. She's my creative director. So my branding and all that, like that's my sister. Like, and I'm just
Mhm.
blessed to have her as my sister because like, in her I have a photographer, a graphic designer, I have so many things, PR, like marketing. Like, she's so talented. She knows so much and she supports me. And even though we
Mm-hmm.
live continents away, she lives in Kenya and I live here. And she left me in Atlanta. So so as I came to be with her, she left me. But so right now it's really just me and her. So definitely right now my plans are to scale up. I definitely want to be in stores, but the ultimate
Mhm.
goal is to be in my own freestanding store globally, you know.
Gotcha.
Yes, that is my
Great,
ultimate
great,
Yeah.
goal.
great.
Wow. Since it's just you, what does your production look like? Like, are you making all the products by hand?
I make
You
everything.
outsource it? Everything, every
I make
product.
everything. Every product is touched by me. I make everything from scratch in my kitchen and living room and dining room and the whole house. The
Wow.
whole house
Can you
is
imagine
a
the
factory.
nice
I
aromas
know.
that's in
Oh
that
my
house
gosh.
right
Can
now?
you when you walk out, you probably take it with you.
Oh yeah, like it's everywhere. It's literally
Yeah.
all over this house. But like so right now everything is really just me, and it's starting to get a lot because I wasn't doing this
Sure.
amount of orders like before, and
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
my business has definitely grown quite a bit since
Mm-hmm.
since I left my job. So that's definitely stuff that I'm working on,
Mm-hmm.
to grow even further.
Yeah. So, can you give us an idea of how your numbers have grown since you mentioned that you're seeing better numbers? Like when you first started, like what's an example of the amount of orders that you would have compared to now?
um I don't know if I can give you as far as like orders, but I can give you as far as like I would go before. I could go a week and or two and maybe go shipping like once or twice.
Uh-huh.
But now it's getting to the point where I'm shipping orders out every day.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm doing it all by myself. I don't want to be
Yeah.
backed up. So
Mm-hmm.
I really try and get them out just so I know
Yeah.
I'm done with it. I mean, I know
Mm-hmm.
eventually I'm definitely gonna have to stick to, a shipping day and, stuff like that. But it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely gotten to the point where like I'm shipping out orders every day. If I'm not like delivering an order to somebody, like if
Mm-hmm.
people are local, I'll meet up with somebody, like my old coworkers, I'll drop it off to them or something. But it's definitely gotten to the point where it's like every single day I have to be on it. I cannot stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's growth. That's definitely growth. We do
Yeah.
have a question from the audience, actually from SOP.
Mhm.
And the question is, are you focusing only for products for Black women?
No. Well, I'm of course definitely as a black woman, black women will always be number one in, because that's what I know the most about, and that's who I'm connected with. But my products really, I have customers like from everywhere. Like working in healthcare, I work with all kinds of people. So
Mhm.
already like my beginning like customer base was very diverse. So white people, black people, men,
Mhm.
women. It's not just women, by the way. It's my products are
I was
unisex.
just
So
about to ask you
yeah,
about
because guys always say like, "Oh, this
that.
is something for guys." Like this is for guys as well. Everything is unisex. Everything is for kids, adults, everybody. You know, unless you have like specific allergies or anything like that. But
Mhm.
I definitely serve everybody. Everybody can find something that they can use.
Great.
That's
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
good. That's good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, can you tell us about like some of the challenges that you've had to overcome being a new business owner?
Well, one of the main challenges that comes to my mind is definitely I had to really adjust my expectation of support.
Hmm.
Okay.
So I had to really adjust like who like when you start doing this for the first time, any kind of business, you really think like this person is gonna support me because they're in my life, or because they know my story, or for whatever reason they're from my country, or whatever the case may be. And um you'll learn very fast that the people that you expect to support you are not the people that will support you. A lot of times, like you'll be like, oh, I'm sure like my friend or this person will repost my post, or will like my post, or will tell a friend about something they used in my house, or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, and that does not
Yeah.
happen. And so I really had to adjust my mindset and
Yeah.
just understand that support is going to come from where it comes from, and that's really where it's supposed to come from. Because
Yeah.
a lot of times, like um I'm learning like the people that you think should support you will not support you until outsiders support you.
Right.
Mm.
So
That's hmm
the moment
We've
like
heard that before on the show from other
yes,
yes.
entrepreneurs.
yeah,
So
and so
yeah.
like you know, like they might see like, oh, a very popular makeup artist posted me. And
Oh.
then now all of a sudden you're in my DMs, you're liking
Yeah.
my posts.
Now we're friends.
Yeah, you're liking 10 pictures at a time, you know,
Mhm.
you're following me, and I know you knew my page was there. So I really had to not take it personally and just accept it for what it is, and
Right.
just know that and accept like the people who are supporting me, because like I've gotten a lot of outside support, and which I did not expect. And so I had to really turn myself to be in a grateful space, because like I was focusing on who I wanted to support me when I really already had support. It just wasn't coming from where I thought it would come from. So
Gotcha.
I really like have learned to appreciate like a lot of my former coworkers. They supported me from the get-go. They still support me, and I'm shout out to all of them, you know.
Yeah.
And like maybe sometimes I was like overlooking them, focusing on like somebody else, and really like these are really like the people that are cheering me on, that are supporting
Right.
me, that, you know, follow my page, like my pictures, share with somebody.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the hurdles, was definitely like support. And then another one would be, I would say, would be organization,
Okay.
because this is like very brand new for me. So I realized I was very disorganized business wise.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
So like I realized like there's a lot of things I need to streamline. There's a lot of things I need to have organized, because especially I'm doing it by myself, so I have to
Yeah.
be more organized, you know. I have
Yeah.
to know
Right.
what inventory I have. I need to know how many products I have. I need to know how many orders need to go out this day and this time, and make sure that people receive. I have to check my emails. I have to respond to the emails. I have to respond to all my social media pages, you know. So things like that, I really had to get organized more, and also figure out like and learn from other business owners, like things that make life easier, because it's not
Like
easy.
different tools. Yeah.
Yes, but there's different things that you can do that can make things not be so stressful for you, you know.
Gotcha.
Right.
So
Right.
that's definitely some of the things that come to mind for me as far as like the difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like we have a couple of questions here. Are you on Amazon? But I think you're on Etsy, right? You're not
I'm
on
not on
Amazon.
Amazon yet. No.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, because you
Love it.
man, you can use that platform to have
Yes.
that Amazon store there. That's a good backing for you as well.
Mhm.
Also, another question that was posed as were you afraid to leave your job to focus on your business?
That's a good one.
I wouldn't say that I was afraid to leave my job. I feel like I was afraid to believe in myself.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes like you can be afraid of your power in a sense. Like, you know, people see your greatness, and you don't fully see your greatness, or you
Right.
don't know that you're able to sustain yourself in a sense, or do what you're already doing. So you're already doing it, but you're still doubting, you know. It's just like negative thoughts. So I've had to work, and I'm still working on, you know, self-doubt and things like that, you know.
Yeah, process.
Yeah, you know, so I wasn't really scared to leave my job. I definitely was ready to leave my job, you know, but I just was not it took time for me to really believe in myself fully,
Right.
and really like, you know, support myself fully.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the sense of the word.
So
It's powerful. Yeah.
I have another business question for you, because you know we're trying to get this information out to other entrepreneurs that might be thinking about really jumping into this path. So now that you have your products on Etsy, because you don't have your own website, you're using Etsy. How is that on the business side? You know, do you look at your expenses on the business side? Do you see the benefits of being on Etsy versus having your own website to be able to push your business? Which one you think is more beneficial?
I feel like at the stage that I've been at, it's been very beneficial, because I've been getting Etsy customers when I'm not getting my own customers. So
that's true.
Yeah, you know, because like, I mean, my products are selling, I have the reviews and things like that. So Etsy is also, in a sense, has my back, you know. So it's definitely been a balance, but I'm not saying that I'm not going to have my website. It's just where I started off.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And all her
That's actually
contact.
a good point.
Go
I
ahead.
never thought about that because, when you have your website, you have to drive everyone to that website. But
Yes.
Etsy already has an audience. Like I can enter search in the search
There's
bar
already an
body butters.
audience, yes. There's
Yeah,
already people
and
on
like
Etsy
yours
looking
would
for
come
what
up
you have. So,
exactly.
when I wasn't really necessarily putting in the effort, like especially when I was really busy at work, most of my customers were people I don't know, like from Etsy, But like when I put the effort, I'll notice like, oh, I know Vanessa, that's Vanessa's order, something like that. So it's definitely, I can say it's definitely helped a lot. And also like they offer a lot of other tools that help like beginner business owners. So I've also learned a whole lot from them,
Right.
like in the
Okay.
process, because like I really came with no business knowledge, and I didn't even really ever thought I would have a business or plan to have a business. So they have a lot of helpful tools that have helped me along the way. Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't think there's
it's
anything wrong with learning along the way like that. That's a good message for people to hear. Because a lot of times people feel like you have to have it all together before you can put your stuff out to the world. But as you're saying, like you can start, like even if you don't have your own website, start on another platform and then just like learn along the way and grow along the way. That's a
correct.
really important message.
definitely. Definitely.
That's
I feel like you
correct.
should just start where you are.
Yeah. And speaking of, actually, I want to go back to, when you talked about like leaving your job. Do you feel that there is like a right time to quit your 9 to 5 to become an entrepreneur? Because I know there may be some people out there that are like considering it. Like, are there certain signs that people should look for? Are there certain markers that they need to reach first? Like, what are your thoughts about like when is the right time, or is there a right time to leave your 9 to 5 to pursue entrepreneurship full time?
I feel that like the right time to leave anything is when you feel like it no longer serves your higher purpose. So, you don't necessarily have to quit your job because you have a business. If you still feel fulfilled and you still feel like you have a lot more to give and to gain from a space, I feel like you need to really, use that up. You need to.
Gotcha.
It might not be time for you to leave, because then you'll leave and you keep looking back just because you thought you're pursuing something that's inside you.
Okay.
So I feel like it's all internal. So if you really focus on the internal, like you won't go chasing something that's out there, because it's really not out there. It's inside you, So I feel like it's not really like a right time. It's just like where you are in your life. Like, do you feel like this is where you're supposed to be? If you feel like you need to be fully in your business and not doing a 9 to 5, then that's where you need to be. Because like a lot of people were telling me like, like, do you even have enough money to quit your job? Which I didn't.
Right.
But I knew that it was more than money for me, because like I had a decent paying salary, but like it was more than that for me. Like I just was not feeling like I'm living in my purpose. I didn't feel like I was doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I feel like I've gotten so much satisfaction from taking that step of faith, and God has been faithful to meet me where I'm at, So I feel like my blessings are not tied to, and nobody's blessings are necessarily tied to a job or a city or a country or whatever, because here we are in America, we're not from America, I feel like your blessings will find you wherever you are.
Right.
I feel like as long as you're living in your purpose,
Right.
So
That's
doing
quotable. That's quotable.
Yes.
Blessings will find you wherever you are, as long
As
as
long as you're living in your purpose. Hey, Sunny, can you make sure you put that?
Make that a quote.
Put that in the description. Put that in the description.
Or maybe across the screen. Your blessings will find you wherever you are.
Yeah,
as long as you're living
wonderful.
in your purpose. That's awesome.
There's another question here. They say, where will you be vendoring in Atlanta in the future? Like, where will you be a vendor?
That's a good question. On what's the date? April 24th, I'm gonna be at Afro Soca Love in Atlanta. Check out the Instagram page, Afro Soca Love. I'm gonna have a booth there. And on May 1st, I'm gonna be at Miss D's Cafe on the West End.
Okay, and all this information is going to be on your Instagram page,
All
right?
of this
So
is
they
gonna
can,
be on my Instagram.
Okay.
Follow my page for the updates.
right. So there we go. Her social media tag is right there. Her Facebook page and her Instagram page is also going to be in the description. So everybody that is on here that wants more information on how to contact Wacera, sorry.
You got it.
you all the
too.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All her
Yes,
information is going to be in the description, man. That's wonderful, wonderful news. Go out there and support her when she's
for
being a
sure.
vendor out there.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the products that you have,
Yes.
that you've been working on. When you say your products are natural, can you let us know, like, what does that really mean? Like, are there certain ingredients that you're avoiding? And what are those things that you're avoiding to make your products considered natural?
Okay, so when I say natural, my products are chemical free, they are preservative free, no fillers, and things of that nature. So, like, say for the butter, it's made from raw butters, raw oils, and nothing with preservatives. So it's really like essentially like something that could go bad.
Okay.
If it's not taken care of well, because like anything else, like any other lotion, you could do anything to it. You could sit it out in the rain.
Yeah.
You could pour
Yeah.
tea inside it. So but this is like natural, just like if you have butter for bread, it's natural. So, well, not all the time, but like, so
Yeah.
pretty much no fillers, no additives, like, because a lot of the problems I had personally with my skin, when I would buy products that say they're organic and natural, there would be some ingredient in there that they don't necessarily disclose, and then I would have an allergic reaction. But in my products, it's really like the actual, like, say, cocoa butter by itself. It's not cocoa butter with something else. Raw shea butter, my products are made from ingredients that are ethically sourced. That's something that's also very important to me. So like my fish butter is from Ghana, and I'm very conscious about where I get my products, and how they get my products,
Gotcha.
sourced products from like specific places, and so things of that nature. So like if it's the oils, they don't have anything extra in them. So that's what I mean by all natural, is that it has no additives and no preservatives and no chemicals.
Gotcha. What about the scents? Like, do you use essential oils to give the scents, or are there perfumes in there?
So I use essential oils. I don't use perfumes.
Okay.
But like the oils are actually infused with real herbs.
So
like I have like
I love that.
like my herb infused oil. It's actually infused with like real rose petals. It's
wow.
with real calendula flowers and like real lavender flowers. So it's the actual plant,
Wow.
Yeah, and then the actual oil. So it's really exactly what it is. It's not like lavender oil, but it's just a lavender smell. It's lavender.
I hope you have a YouTube channel that you can show that you're making this stuff too.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I post a lot on my page when I make my stuff too.
So. Okay, great.
Because I'm so curious to know like where these flowers come from and how you get them in the bottle, or like, do you crush them? That's so interesting to me.
Yes.
That's really, really interesting. So what would you say are the benefits to using a product that's all natural compared to something that we can find on the shelf? For people who are not familiar with, this world.
Coming from healthcare and from a perspective where like you see a lot of people have like different kinds of diseases that they've gotten like through long-term use or exposure of different things. So like a lot of times people have gotten different kind of skin cancers, and it was from using creams, and especially like places where you don't have enough education to know, like, you need to be conscious about what you put on your skin, what you put in your body, and things like that. Things of that nature. Like, it might not do anything to you at this moment, but the continuous use of the product like has like long-term side effects. And at that point, you won't even know what it was that got you here. You won't be able to say it's the cream that I used forever, because you're like, I've been using it all my life, it's never done anything to me. And a lot of times that's what people say. They're like, well, I use it every day and my skin is fine. But you don't know what else is happening, like, with your nervous system, with your blood in your body inside. And I feel like just from a healthy, holistic perspective, you wanna, whether it's eating like natural foods or healthier foods, it's always going to be better for you, because
Right.
the side effects are way worse than just keeping your body so I really feel like that's really the benefit. And the benefit is everybody can use it in the house, because like a lot of times, like say I'm a mom who uses a cream with chemicals, I'm not going to use it on my child,
Yeah.
but if you
Right.
have a natural product, like you can use it on your child, your husband can use it, everybody in the house can use it. You don't have to like keep it away and because
Gotcha.
like really, like my butters, like a lot of people will tell me like their child was licking it because it
smells
smells
good.
good, and I'm like, it's not really gonna harm them, because apart from like the fact that it has like essential oils, like the damage is really not like if you were swallowing a lotion like off the shelf.
Gotcha.
Right.
So it's really just for better wellness, and the health benefits, because I believe like we've been blessed with so much just in nature. I feel like all the
Amen.
natural remedies and all the healing properties that we need like are already in the plants and the herbs and everything like that. So like a lot of times, like say like my herbal oil, like besides like moisturizing you, it has other benefits. Like say the lavender is really good for calming your nervous system. It helps you like relax, and it's good like for you to go to sleep or not be anxious and things like that. So it's not because a lot of people will tell me like, I just feel good when I use it. I don't know what it is, like I use the herbal body butter and I don't know what it is. I just feel good, because it's like a whole process, and like the continuous use of something, it has like different rewards that you're getting from it. So it's not just like, I don't want to be ashy,
Uh-huh.
it's not ashy, but there's a lot of other, because people don't necessarily think about beyond ashy,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's so much more to that. Like what is it doing in my blood, what is it doing in my body, like, and because I have a health background, I'm definitely tying in the knowledge that I have from healthcare.
Right.
So I'm not able to switch off one. I always think as a healthcare provider, so it's definitely the whole package is what it's going to do for you in the long run, not just today, not just being ashy, but like eventually in the long run, so and especially like with healing certain things, like say people tell me like, oh, I was pregnant and I used your butter the whole time, I didn't get stretch marks, as opposed to like using a skin lightening cream after you get stretch marks. So you're avoiding a lot of problems by just taking a natural route with anything,
Correct.
So you avoid like long-term issues and exposure and things like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Actually, somebody from the audience, Angeline, wants to know, are your products good for eczema? And for kids, you addressed the kids one already, but what about eczema?
Yes. So like the herbal body butter that I mentioned, that has tea tree oil, it has eucalyptus, it has lavender, rosemary. All those have like are really packed with like antioxidants, anti-inflammatory properties, antifungal properties. Like, so it really helps with people who have like eczema, dermatitis, rosacea. I have like one lady who my cousin bought her one, and she sent me a message telling me that she managed to cure her child's cradle cap using the herbal body butter. I've had a chef tell me like they cleared their burns using the body butter. Like people have told me like different skin issues, like some of them that I didn't even know about before. And so I'm learning even as I go just how many more things that it's able to heal, that my products are able to heal from my feedback from my customers. But definitely the herbal body butter is what I would recommend for eczema.
Gotcha. Okay. Herbal body butter. So Angeline, I hope you go to her Etsy shop and search for that product.
What is your, like, what's the hot product? Like, what's your best selling product?
I would say the body butters, because I have a foaming body scrub. I have lip balm, lip scrub, body oil. But I would say the body butters, because that's what I started with, and I've done them long enough to, I guess to really perfect them, But I would say the body butters are the hit. Like everybody, even if they get something else, they still always get the body butter. And like most people who use my body butter, like always come back. They always come back, if they use that.
Gotcha.
So whichever
Actually,
one they prefer, they still always come back.
I can believe that, because actually in the comments, LaCrista said that it cleared my eczema in a few weeks. So there's a testimonial there.
There you go.
The eczema feedback I have is so many people have told me about the eczema and scarring. Like I have a girl that used it from my former job, and she used it and it helped. She had like a lot of acne scars on her back and her arms, and she didn't even realize until like one day she looked at herself and she realized her acne scars had really like cleared, and she was so excited. She almost like stripped in the ICU to show me.
Wow,
just like how
that's good.
she was doing.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's the butters are definitely the hit product.
Gotcha.
So I'm wondering if those feedbacks that you're getting, is that also a driving force for you to continue pushing?
Definitely.
Okay.
That's actually like it really, especially like the healing part of it, because at the end of the day, I consider myself somebody who ultimately wants to heal people, whether I'm in a healthcare standpoint or I'm in a business. So it really, really keeps me going and keeps me inspired and keeps me just like energized to do more and to incorporate more herbs and incorporate more oils and even more products that I haven't yet launched. It definitely keeps me going.
Awesome. Angelina also has another question about feminine hygiene. She said, what about feminine hygiene? Do you have products for feminine hygiene?
I do not have products for feminine hygiene as yet. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that answers that question for you, Angelina. Okay. I want to know, okay, you talked about the bestseller, but your personal favorites of all your products, which product would you say is the product that you probably use every day?
I have
a lot of favorites.
Like picking a favorite child. I would say
hard.
I'm still gonna say the body butters because I have extremely dry skin, and that's literally the only product that has worked for me, even including other products that I've bought. So I definitely would still say the body butters are my favorite. Yeah, and I have different, like I'll use the tropical in the island in the daytime, and I'll use the herbal one at night. They all have different, essential oils. So, when I'm feeling a certain kind of way, like the tropical is more citrusy. So if I want to feel more vibrant and alive, like in the daytime, I'll use the tropical. If I'm feeling a little, just like, I want something spicy. I have a scent called Spicy, and it has cinnamon, orange, clove, and ginger.
Oh, that sounds so
if
good.
I'm feeling like I want like a more spicy smell, like I'll definitely reach for that one. And the island is the newest one in the collection. That one is is coconut and vanilla.
Okay.
So it's like a holiday in a jar. So most people say it smells like a cookie. I have somebody.
I was just thinking that. I was like, that sounds edible.
I know, right?
Somebody tell me at the last pop-up shop I had, he was like, I had to stop using it because every time I use it, I feel like I have to eat a snack. So those are, but also like lately, the oil is definitely another one of my favorites lately because it's not greasy at all, but it does what it's supposed to do. And it just feels really calming and soothing. You can use it on your skin. You could use it to take off your makeup. It has so many, guys use it for their beard. You can use it on your hair. So you really could just carry one product with you on a trip and use it on your hair, use it on your face, use it on your body. You could put a little bit in your bath, so there's so many ways to use the product that it does more than one thing. So like I would say like my new favorite I'll say is the oil.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's pretty cool that you can use them in like so many different ways. Yeah.
You can, and everyone can use it. So if you just carried it, like everyone can use it in the family, like if
awesome.
you're at home or on a trip or something like that.
Yeah, because we have Gabriel Kendrick. He said, "Wonderful products. Love the butter." Look at
you have your
all these testimonials.
I know you have your supporters in the comment section.
I think your sister and your mom might be on there.
Oh,
family's on there. Shout out to my family. They're like,
Yes, great.
That's amazing. Oh, there goes your mom. Awesome. Well, everyone, again, you can find Wacera's information in the comment section. And you did share about the pop-ups that, in the Atlanta area that you can attend if you go to her IG page. Are you also on Twitter or Facebook?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram. All
Okay.
of them Kastone Beauty.
Okay.
And my Etsy page Kastone Beauty. And I'm also, if you Google me, Kastone Natural Beauty, you'll also find me.
Nice.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay. So we've actually come to the last portion of our of our interview that we like to call the rapid fire questions.
Rapid
They're just
fire.
fun questions that we like to ask people just to get to know your personality a little bit. You're not supposed to think too hard about them and just like
I'm already thinking.
We'll give you a pause to think a little bit, but not too much time.
Okay.
All right. What would you be doing on a perfect day?
Definitely be on the beach.
Oh, so nice.
That's my happy place, by water, by the beach, a lake, river, waterfalls, bathtub.
Any water.
Water.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but definitely beach.
What's the last meal you ate that was amazing?
My cousin made me it sounds very simple, but it was a chicken wrap, but it was like a jerk chicken wrap, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Yes.
Yeah, and there's nothing like homemade, when somebody makes it.
It's not.
Yeah.
Homemade is always better.
Yeah.
Always better.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have a talent that most people don't know about?
Can't think of one right now.
Okay, that's
okay.
What would your family say is a bad habit that you have? Actually, they're in the comments.
Yeah, yeah. Family, go ahead and put that in the comment section.
I feel like definitely doubting myself.
Okay.
Doubting myself and not fully believing, like not fully believing in myself, I would say, is one of the many things that they could say.
Okay, family, she answers, so don't. Do you have a favorite hobby?
Listening to music.
Oh, okay. Yes. What have you been listening to lately?
Lately I've been listening to a lot of R&B. I've been listening to Janae Aiko. I've been listening to Ari Lennox.
Yeah, she's real nice.
Yeah. So I've definitely been listening to a lot of R&B lately.
Gotcha. Do you listen to music as you make your products?
I listen to music as I do anything.
Oh,
I set the mood for everything. I'm those people who, let me take a bath. Okay, it's a production. Let me go. I take a speaker everywhere I go. So if I drive, anything. If I'm listening to music, everything I do with music.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Potato chips.
Oh, what kind?
Plain.
Like, just plain.
Plain potato chips.
Just plain.
Like,
what brand?
The Lay's. The
Lay's?
kettle cooked. The kettle cooked. Also the jalapeno.
Oh, those are good.
But it has to be kettle cooked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kettle cooked.
Yeah, because that crisp on the kettle cooked is different.
It's all about the crunch for me.
The crunch, it does taste good. Yeah.
What do you do first thing in the morning?
Lately, meditate.
Nice. And lastly, what's the last TV show that you binge watched and loved?
Bridgerton.
Yes, you're like the second person that said that.
Yeah, you're the second one that said
Bridgerton. Behind Her Eyes. Those are the last two.
That one was wild.
Very crazy.
The ending. I'm not going to ruin it for anyone, but if you guys have not seen Behind Her Eyes on Netflix,
yes,
I don't think I expected that twist at the end.
You like drama? There's enough drama for you in there.
Okay. That's good.
Okay. Awesome. Well, those are all the questions that I have for you. It was so fun, and I
it was
an inspiring conversation with you. So thank you so much for taking the time to share your business. And we can tell that you've been impacting so many people just by the comment sections themselves. You know?
That is true. That is true. And it was also fun for me because I could actually talk beauty with you. You know, our last guest, you know, I was like just listening by. Okay,
She was
but
more
now,
makeup.
she was more makeup, but this is more natural beauty stuff that I can actually ask you questions
Can
about.
I
So
shout out
that's
one
great.
person, please?
Yeah.
I want to shout out my Spirit of Praise friend, Hans Regis.
Yes, our leader. Yeah.
Shout out to you, Hans. You're a real one, and God bless you.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
great. Shout
He
out
actually
Hans, man.
gave you a compliment. He said when he worked with you, you never had a bad hair day. So I meant to mention that earlier. Like
He hasn't seen me now.
Well, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, it was great talking with you guys. Remember to like, subscribe to the page. Go ahead and in the description, you're going to see all of Wacera's information. All right, so go ahead and she's on Facebook and Instagram at Kastone Beauty. Okay, so it was really great, and also she's on Etsy as well. So go ahead and jump onto her Etsy page and go ahead and get that body butter. I'm about to go and check that out right now.
You know, summer is coming. Outside is open now, so you know, bodies are going to be glistening with that body butter.
It was great talking to you again, and thank you for everybody that joined us on the live. The family members, her friends and family that came out here to support. It's wonderful to see the support behind this wonderful young lady here with us today. Thank you guys again. Vanessa, it's always a blessing to see you too.
Always a pleasure to do this with you, Rich. And we hope that everyone joins us for the next episode. Again, we're here every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Right.